You see women you want to meet at cafes, the gym, maybe at bars, but you don't know what to say. So you freeze and you miss your chance, and then you beat yourself up because it is so frustrating. And this leaves you settling for women you're not that into, or being stuck with no dating life at all. But there's a way to know exactly what to say to women to confidently start conversations anywhere and finally become the man who can talk to women without overthinking. And it's about 90% rejection-proof. I'm dating coach and best-selling author Connell Barrett. I help introverted men approach women in real life by being authentic. No creepy pickup tricks needed. I used to get totally stuck in my head around attractive women. I froze up so often, people would check me for frostbite. I forced myself to approach anyway, and I noticed what worked. And I call what worked the what to say method. Over my 14 years as a dating coach, my what to say method has helped hundreds of my clients in 21 different countries meet wonderful women. You're about to learn exactly what to say when you approach, which changes everything. When you can confidently talk to women in your daily or nightly life, everything changes. You finally get dates. You can finally delete the dating apps because the world becomes your dating app. So here's my what to say method. Stick with me, because at the 7-minute mark, I'm gonna show you real video of me approaching a cool, attractive woman at a bookstore and getting her number. Let's go. Approaching women in real life is all about being what I call radically authentic, which I talked about on Good Morning America.
Please welcome dating coach and best-selling author Connell Barrett.
And these guys had amazing transformations where they got girlfriends, they got dates, they found their soulmates. And I realized that what people want in their dating life is authenticity. And when I had this epiphany, I said, I've got to bottle this up, teach this formula.
When you see a woman you want to meet, you don't need a perfect line. You just need one of 3 options. A, give her a G-rated compliment. B, ask her a genuine question. C, share a specific observation. That's it. Compliment, question, observation. Just 3 options, not 12 options. Less is more. This is not a Cheesecake Factory menu. Okay, let's break it down. A compliment. You could say, hey, that's a great tattoo. Or, I love your glasses, very cool and retro. Genuine compliments feel really warm to women, not creepy, as long as you focus on her style or her vibe, not on her body parts. Option B, a question. Ask her something that makes sense given the context. At Starbucks, maybe you ask, are you thinking iced coffee or hot coffee today? Or at the gym, you might say, hey, excuse me, what's on your workout playlist? Again, just keep it simple. Option C, observation. Call out something about her that stands out. At a bar, maybe it's, hey, I love that you're the only one here not looking at her phone. Or at Starbucks, you might say, okay, that is the largest iced coffee I've ever seen. Okay, here are 2 more examples for each of the 3 categories. Compliments. That leather jacket is awesome. You look dangerous. Or, hey, I like that nose ring. It's very punk rock. Question. At a bookstore, hey, have you read that author before? I hear he's great. At a dog park, hey, what breed is your super cute pooch? Observation. Maybe at a bar you would say, wow, that's the biggest espresso martini I've ever seen. Or at the gym you might say, I think you set a treadmill speed record. Don't get pulled over. The what to say method shows you how to start conversations in a light, charming way. And in real life, my clients and I have found that about 9 out of 10 times you get a positive response, not dreaded rejection. And here's why. Women don't reject friendly, normal conversation. They reject sexual advances or weird, abnormal behavior. But when you say nice tattoo or what's on your gym playlist, you're just being human. There's nothing to reject. Now, you might be tempted to pre-script what you say. Don't do it. This makes you sound like a robot. You don't script conversations with friends or coworkers, right? So don't do it here. Be present. Let the what to say framework guide you, and it'll tell you what to say in that moment. Women want spontaneous conversations, not canned scripted lines. No woman has ever gone back and told her friend, oh, this guy who approached me, he had the best scripted pickup line. Never happened. What women actually say is, hey, I met this charming guy. The conversation just flowed. Next thing I knew, I gave him my number. It felt like a rom-com. That's the experience that the what to say method gives women. I remember the night this clicked for me. I'm at a rooftop lounge. I see a Gal Gadot lookalike in a silvery dress. So I went with option A and I complimented her. I said, hi, that dress is so cool and shiny. She lit up. I relaxed. and then I ended up getting her number. My client Vikram is a shy software engineer, and he was struggling with approaching because he just didn't know what to say. He overthought everything. I taught him the what to say moves, and one afternoon at Starbucks, he notices this woman next to him putting 5 sugar packets into her coffee. 5! At that point, it's not coffee. It's liquid pastry. That's only 2 sugar packets away from being a donut. He went with an observation. Vikram said, "So I see that you take a little bit of coffee with your sugar." She giggled, they talked, and they were on a date 2 nights later. That's what this all unlocks for you. More confidence and more dates. Now you might be thinking, yeah, Connell, but I'm shy. Will this work for me? Well, take it from me, an introvert. I've done thousands of approaches, and I can tell you that women actually like it when a shy or introverted guy steps up, takes a chance, and shoots his shot. It's just attractive to women. Now I want you to hear from my shy former client, Rob, and his girlfriend, Adriana. And they're talking about how Rob approached her at a juice bar with a 1-word opener using the what to say framework. Take it away.
So we actually met in a grocery store. She was going up to order a smoothie, and I thought she was gorgeous, and I would never have had the confidence in the past, but Connell just basically taught me how to go for it. And so I just went up, and she was just getting ready, and she was kind of looking like she was indecisive, so I just was like, mango. And she was like, what? I was like, mango. Choose mango.
He just 1 word. He just literally came up and was like, mango. I was like, excuse me? Are you talking to me?
And it worked out for me.
Mangoes. All he said was mangoes, and now Rob has that incredible girlfriend. This is what can happen when you stop overthinking and just break the ice in a normal, authentic way. Now, of course, the what to say method doesn't always lead to a phone number or a date, obviously, but it always feels like a win because you're finally being that guy who shoots his shot. Oh, and here's one more very important tip to make this work for you. Say the first thing that comes to your mind, not the perfect thing. You don't need a witty, perfect line. In fact, trying to be perfect or ultra clever can often get you in your head and make things go badly. Once at Whole Foods, I saw a woman who was shopping for oranges, and I thought up the perfect opener. I walk over, I reach for an orange, and I let loose a cascade of oranges that tumbled all over our feet. It was hilarious. And so then I just switched to the first thing that entered my mind, which is, gravity sucks, doesn't it? She laughed, and she actually brought an orange to our first date. She found it so charming. The lesson here is, don't try to be perfect, be perfectly imperfect. Say the first thing that enters your mind of either the option A, B, or C, question, compliment, observation. Now, if you're wondering, what do I say next? How do I keep things going? Here's the good news. Once you break the ice and you see how receptive she is, you're gonna relax and the conversation will just flow. Okay, as promised, here's a clip of me at Barnes & Noble seeing a very attractive woman. It's a Saturday afternoon. I see a very cute girl in the fiction section. Let's take a look. Bond. It's nice to see that girls still read actual books instead of just being on like Facebook all the time.
I know.
You're the first attractive girl I've seen who's not like on her phone today.
Oh, it's just
This
so
gorgeous blonde.
boring to sit around on Facebook and Instagram. Like my sister does it all the time. I'm like,
Okay, so be honest
so
with
much
me.
better things to do.
When was the last time you were on Facebook?
This morning. I have to
I
say.
thought we had a connection. Now this. So you now know what to say when you want to approach women. Go take action. Go put it to use. Go get some great results. But I need to level with you about one thing, something really important. Most men never approach, even when they know what to say. So if you still freeze up and get in your head when you see a woman who you really want to meet, then the real problem is not knowing what to say. The real problem facing you is self-doubt. Deep inside, you may fear that you're just not attractive enough for women. And if a woman rejects you, that would hurt really badly. And man, I have been there, and it sucks. That's approach anxiety, and I know how it feels because I battled it for years. I felt I just wasn't what women wanted. Too shy, too nerdy, too much of a ginger dork. I just didn't think women wanted me. If this resonates with you, then you're probably realizing that what stops you isn't the words you use. What stops you is that little voice that says, why would she want me to approach her? Women like that aren't into me. Don't get me wrong, the what to say method absolutely works, but if you're like a lot of guys, it still won't get you to actually approach that beautiful woman. Because the real thing that makes you freeze up is not the words. It's the fear of rejection, and it's the fear of how small you fear you might end up feeling if she isn't into you. And that's not something that you can fix with a quick video tip. It takes real work. I know this because the first night I ever went out to approach women, I had a full-on panic attack in the bar's bathroom stall. I had the openers ready, but I was terrified that women were gonna reject me because of who I am, that I'm not enough. And that's when I realized that this wasn't a what do I say problem, it was a self-doubt problem. What changed things for me was working with coaches who would not let me hide from the fear. I still had to be brave, but they helped me build the confidence to finally walk up to women, flirt, and get the results I wanted. And that's actually what I help my clients do. Work through self-doubt so they can finally start meeting and dating some really incredible women who they meet in real life. Now, today's teaching may be all that you need. Awesome, go take action. But if you still freeze up when you want to talk to women, and if you worry that maybe you're just not what women are into, then you're exactly the kind of guy who I work with. If that's you, go to datingtransformation.com and book a free consultation with me, and you and I will talk about whether my one-on-one coaching can help you approach women and get great results. You see, if you don't change anything, the same thing will keep happening. You'll see her, you freeze, and you regret it. Or you can take one small step right now and be out approaching women in days or weeks and finally get the girlfriend that you want. So if you're ready to stop overthinking things and start confidently meeting women in real life, just go to datingtransformation.com and book a free consultation call with me, and you and I will talk soon.